Now we will see how we can display the background images in HTML with the help of examples. So guys, a background image can be specified for almost any HTML element. In this video we are going to see how we can display the background image for the body tag, that is for the entire page the background image will be displayed. Now to add the background image on an HTML element, we can use the HTML style attribute and the CSS property, that is the background image property. So guys, let us check this with the help of example now in the VS Code. So previously we had seen how we can use the img tag in order to display a simple image on the HTML page. As you can see, this was the image that we had displayed. So we will remove these lines of code over here for now, and then what we will do is we will change the title to background image. So we have background image in HTML, and guys, simply what we can do is in this body tag we can have the style attribute over here. So we say style, and then inside the style attribute we have the property, that is the background image. So we type background image over here. As you can see, VS Code is suggesting us this background image property. It sets the background image of an element. So guys, basically we are setting this background image for the body tag. We can also set it for the paragraph tag or the div tag or any other tag based on your requirements. Now guys, after this property we have a colon over here, and then we have something called as URL. So guys, this is used in order to refer an image file by a URL. So we are going to use this URL as a prefix, and inside the open and close parenthesis we are going to have the single quotes over here, and inside the single quotes we are going to provide the name of the image file, which is going to be the background image. So guys, for simplicity purpose I have taken a sample image over here, as you can see in the same folder where we are having our HTML document over here. So guys, we are going to use this same sample image in our code as well. So we are going to say sample image.png. Guys, it is very important that you also provide the extension of the image file so that it is displayed properly over here. Now guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page on the browser. So as you can see, we have the background image in HTML being displayed as the title of this page, and guys, this image is being set as the background image over here. Now if you notice that the image is very big as far as the screen size is concerned. So guys, we have certain properties over here. The first property is background image, which we have already used in order to set the background image. The second property is background size over here, which we can use in order to increase or decrease the size of the image that is being displayed as the background image. So guys, what we can do is inside the style attribute only, after the semicolon, we can have the background size over here. So when we say background size in this case, as you can see, this is the property that we have to use. So guys, using this we can use any of the values in order to set the size of the image. So when we say cover as the value for the background size over here, the entire screen will be covered with the image that is being set by the background image. So let us check that. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again. So as you can see, the width and the height of this particular image is set to the entire body of this HTML page over here. Now guys, we can change the size to the 50% as well, so that it only takes the 50% width of this screen. So let me just change that value from cover to 50% over here. So guys, we can give the values in percentages as well. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page. So as you can see, only 50% of the image is being taken over here and being displayed as the background image. Now guys, by default what happens is, if the image size is smaller than the HTML element, then the image will be repeated, and that is what we can see over here, that this is the first image, and then on the right we have the image once again repeating, and then below as well the images are being repeated over here. So guys, that brings us to the third property, that is background repeat, which can help us in order to avoid the repeating of the background images. So let me just go to the code over here once again. Now guys, when we use the background repeat over here, the attributes might go out of the screen. So what we can do is simply we can define the style in the head section as well. So instead of defining the style in the body tag, we will come over here after the title, and then we will say style tag over here, and then guys, for this body tag we are going to define all these attributes once again. So over here we need to provide body. So this is the internal CSS that we are going to see. Till now we have seen the inline CSS, wherein the attributes were defined inside the starting tags. But over here, when we define the style tag inside the head tag, we call it as the internal CSS. So guys, over here we need to provide the tag to which we need to provide certain styling, and then after that tag we need to have the attributes inside the open and close curly braces. So as you can see, we have provided body, that is the tag name, and then we are going to provide these attributes along with their values. So I am going to simply cut this and paste this over here, that is the background image, and then again we will also have the background size as well. I'll just remove this and paste this over here. So guys, this is looking more decent compared to the inline CSS that we were defining inside the body start tag over here. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser to see if there are no more changes. So as you can see, there is no change over here after defining the internal CSS, and in this way we can easily define the internal CSS, that is inside the head tag over here we can define the style tag, and for this tag name inside the open and close curly braces we can have the different attributes of the styling that we want to define. Now guys, we will check the third attribute, that is background repeat, in order to avoid the repetition of these background images. So over here we need to define the background repeat in this case. So as you can see, this is the property, that is background repeat, and then we will say no repeat in this case. You can see this is the value that we have to use, that is no repeat. So when we set the value as no repeat, the repetition will be avoided. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, only one image is being displayed now and there is no repetition, even though when the size of this particular image is smaller than the size of the entire body tag over here on the HTML page. Now guys, let us move to another property over here. We have something called as background attachment as well. So guys, this we can use along with the background size. So when the background size of the image is set as cover, so let us change that. So over here we can change it to cover in this case, and then we can use the background attachment property. So in this case we can use the background attachment property and make it as fixed, so that the image is fixed over here even if you are scrolling the content of the page in this case. So guys, let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again. So as you can see, the image is covering the entire body of the HTML page, and whenever you are going to scroll the content on this particular page, the image will be fixed over here and it will not scroll. And if you want the image to be scrolled, then we can use the scroll value in this case for the background attachment. So guys, this is the meaning of the background attachment over here. So quickly let us see the example of how this fixed and scroll values for the background attachment will work. What we will do is we will have the simple paragraphs over here. So we are defining the p tag and then we will say this is a paragraph. So guys, we are saying this is a paragraph, and let us say we want to increase the size of this paragraph. So we will have another p tag over here inside the style tag, and then we will have the open and close curly braces, and we will say font size in this case. So font size we will say 30 pixels, and then let's say I want to define the background color as well. So we will say background color, and let's say we have the color that is red in this case. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again. So as you can see, we have this is a paragraph over here being displayed along with the red background color, if you can notice. Now guys, similarly what we will do is we will simply copy and paste this line of code multiple number of times so that the page is scrollable over here. So we have this many number of paragraphs in this case on this HTML page. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again. So as you can see, we have more paragraphs, and when we scroll, you can see that the image is also getting scrolled over here. So guys, behind the scenes we also have the image in this case. So what happens when we change the value from scroll to fixed over here? Currently we have the value of background attachment as scroll, and when we change it to fixed, let us see what happens. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page. As you can see, the image is being fixed as the background image, and now when we scroll, only the content, that the paragraphs are getting scrolled over here, and the image is fixed in this case. So guys, if you want to keep the background image as fixed over here, like how we have done right now, so you can change the background attachment property to fixed in this case, and you can change it to scroll as well if you want the background image to scroll when the user scrolls to check the content of the HTML page. So guys, this is the way that we can set the background image for the HTML page, and along with that we have certain attributes as well that we have seen. Comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is how to display favicon in HTML on browser tab. So stay tuned.